that?
I am.
And that would make her probably a virgin queen rather than the reigning queen.
And if we don't find any cells, like here's an open cell right there, but that's where she just came out of. Okay. And we've got another open one there, so we've had 2 queens emerge from this hive. And 3. Another one here.
Wow. What are the chances of finding all 3 of those queens in there?
It's possible, but probably the reason why they're so small right now is because a lot of them have swarmed.
Okay.
Yep. So when I first got in here and saw the way they were looking, that was my first guess was uncovered combs, beetles going towards the one in the back, and they most likely took a huge amount of their population. So it's good. We just started talking about it, and then you got to see it. And there's another queen. Am I right? Yep.
So sometimes there's several queens in there.
Well, they haven't had a chance to duke it out yet or something.
We have any more queen cages out here, or do we need to go get one?
I have another queen cage. Wow.
Okay. She's
here,
longer.
There she is. Virgin queens are very flighty, so I'm not going to keep her exposed for too long. But I want everybody to get a look at her. She's longer. Her wings don't go all the way down her abdomen, and she's not swollen yet because she's not mated. Once she'll kind of swell up and grow a little bit more once she gets lots of eggs in her.
That's a really good eye.
I was going to say.
I know. It's not obvious big old fat.
Yeah, it looks the same as the other ones.
These are not the black queens that you were talking about.
This is not. This is a Carniolan Italian mix here, which a lot of the bees you find in Hawaii are. Just because we've got queen breeders on the other side of the island that work specifically with Carniolans and Italians. So a lot of the bees you have over here are a mixture of their genetics. And that's why when I started finding black queens that were obviously different, I started really working on propagating them because I found something that's unique. And I find that they do really well. And I think back in the 1900s, this island got hit by American foul brood. And it took out most of the domestic colonies when it hit. But the feral colonies developed immunity to it, their resistance, so that they were not susceptible to the foul brood. And those colonies are the same ones that I believe, in my opinion, are still around today and have survived the beetles and the mites, because we're seeing a different bee. We're seeing, the queen that's in this hive is black, and I'm bummed that we didn't get to see her, because you saw her brood pattern. You can kind of see what I'm working towards. So that's why when I'm obviously going to use these queens for other hives, but at the same time I want to make sure that I'm really paying attention to whose genetics are just not as strong, you know. But seeing that these bees are cleaning it up, we don't have a larva infestation, we got more beetles in the tray than on the combs, they're still doing well. It's just, it's cleanup time. We need to get all these empty combs out of here.
So when I call you,
here's another queen cell.
Sorry. When I call you for a queen, when I get back, can I ask you for a black one, and then when you find one, I can come and get that?
Yep.
Awesome.
Definitely. So we got more queen cells here.
Wow.
That are going to come out. So what I will most likely do is drop these in another hive and make splits with them. So I'm going to go ahead while I'm here and make a line on them so that I know who I've got to work with when I come back.
So how recent did they swarm that the queen cells have emerged? The queens have emerged.
The most likely they swarmed 10 days ago, maybe 12 days. Here in Hawaii we have a faster gestation period, which is kind of interesting. If you read any book, it'll say 12 days. You pull a queen, you got 12 days. Here in Hawaii, 10 days, you're going to find a whole bunch of virgins running around.
Wow.
So definitely, you know, don't go by what the books say is the norm, because we have a different environment here. So I'm looking for more virgin queens, because here we've got more open cells. One that's about to open.
These are all drones on this side, is that right?
They're queens that are about to open?
Yeah. This hive made a lot of queens. We got another one open on that side.
Why would they make more queens in one hive than the other?
This hive, a lot of hives when they go to swarm, they're afraid for some reason. That my opinion is that they seem to be afraid that they're not going to have a good one. So they make like more than they need, and then sometimes they swarm more than they can handle. This hive, obviously, I think I'm going to put a queen excluder over the front of this hive for the time being, so that they don't swarm anymore, because they'll kill themselves if they do.
What is a queen excluder?
It just, I'll show you when we go to look at some of the hives I shook here for Benji, because they, I had to put them on The queen excluder, when I sell bees to somebody, is like an insurance policy. It ensures that your queen's not going to fly away and that it's not going to be a waste of money. So I use them pretty much all the time. The only ones that you have 3 hives that don't have them, they have screen over the entrance, and I'll explain to you what to do with those before you go. Okay? And I will send you with queen excluder for them.
So is that healthy comb, or are they trying to empty that out?
This is healthy comb, and they are definitely cleaning it up. And you can see here, this one's about to get capped. This is a sign that there's some aging. Some of them are coming out. These ones are getting capped over. But this is healthy. This is not a bad comb, and there's still quite a few bees on it.
Are those drones or are those worker bees?
These are drones, and these are workers.
Okay.
Drones are fat and fuzzy.
Yeah, there's a lot of big fat ones in it.
Okay. So the combs that you marked, are you putting those in a different hive, or?
But I'm going to do it at a different time.
And the bees in the new hive will accept it? Okay.
And they'll raise it like it's their queen.
Will they kill the other bee, or have you workers?
In fact,
All
I
the
have
bees
a-
will get off, right?
Well, I'll shake the bees off and then put it in.
So you're saying
That's
that
a
that
drone.
queen will stay there on that particular cone?
No, she won't, but when she's born, they'll accept her as their mama. This is all pollen. Yeah, Yeshua, I brought a small bucket.
Yep.
That's our pollen bucket.
How can you tell it's pollen?
Well, I'll show you just a minute here. These are the basics I want you to really be able to identify by the end of the class. Here we got another open queen cell. Another queen that got out.
Oh, is that one also right here?
Yep. Yeah, this hive made a lot of queens.
So if the queen escapes, what's the chance that she'll fly away?
Oh, it's very probable.
And where will she go?
She'll take the bees off to find some other spot. I've been having a lot of swarms lately. In fact, last workshop we had a really exciting experience. I was getting in to release a queen from a hive right after we had just watched a swarm fly up in an avocado tree by the house. And the swarm decided to descend upon the hive that I was looking at, and the queen just flew onto my hand. And immediately there was this hostile takeover where thousands of bees attacked the bees that were already in there, and there's a struggle outside the entrance. And this is the cool thing. Another hive that I had recently pulled the queen from and given the queen to somebody else, the queen that was in that hive that I was releasing flew to that one. And it's a totally different side of the house. So never think you've got it figured out. There are no experts in beekeeping. Every day is a learning experience, and just be prepared to be in awe all the time. That's all I can really Like, I think it's funny when people say, "Oh, you're a bee expert." I just kind of chuckle. I'm like, yeah, no way. They're my teachers, and they teach me new things every day. So here we got another queen cell.
Top half that you just scraped off there.
Honey.
Where is it?
The first bucket?
The part closest to the
on
top.
the side
The first
over
part
here.
was the pollen,
Oh, okay.
which you can.
The dark comb, right?
How do you know the other pollen was ready to take out?
See all the
When
different
it's
colors
pollen,
in the pollen
get it
cone?
out. Look what the beetles say for it.
Oh, down in
Pollen
there.
is like a
Okay.
beetle buffet. They go
Okay.
for protein. That's what they really
And then
want.
are those-
They'll eat your baby
what's the
bee,
dark-
They'll eat your pollen.
Different
before
colors
they go
of
for
pollen.
the honey.
So all of this
Honey
is
is just
pollen?
like
This
on
is
the
all
way.
pollen, all the
They
colored,
destroy
and
it
then the
on the
shiny
way.
dark,
Yeah.
the water stuff, that's
Here we've
nectar.
got a crazy comb that's connected.
And you can
I'm just gonna
separate
get
all
it
that?
out because I don't want the
I,
mess in here.
You can't really separate all those little nectars in there, so it will make your bee bread ferment
Or
if
those
you don't
pollen bars.
put it in the refrigerator. I blend it all together and keep it in jars in the fridge. Usually you want to eat this before, if you don't put it in the fridge, you need to eat it before too much time. Kind of like the nectar is going to ferment itself, so as long as you leave nectar out, you leave your pollen out.
That
Okay.
broke off.
So that is nectar coming out.
I'm gonna have to catch up with the bee
No,
bread.
there are some
whatever
brood
that
combs
is.
in here. Normally I don't
Did you get to
remove
see?
brood, but
Oh,
if you
okay.
look
No,
at
I
the
missed the
age
bee
of
bread
it,
part.
This is the bee
and
bread.
you look at just
The
the
pollen
overall,
is the bee bread.
That's
to me
what
it
you call
doesn't look very
and
healthy.
you can eat that? I mean,
You-
it's like
yeah.
And I
right
don't
off
want to leave it in
Yeah.
here at this stage
Wow,
because
this
it's
has
right
got more
next to the
protein
wall.
than
It's a
beef.
good chance that the
And
beetles
all
will
the vitamin
go
B's,
for
it's
it.
like for women
So rather
especially.
than having something in there
all
that's
those vitamin
making them
Bs in it.
susceptible, I'd rather just get it out and put it through the wax melter.
Well, once it's disconnected, you can't really put it back on.
You cannot
Yeah.
put it in No, I took it. I wouldn't take it out unless I had the intention of leaving it out.
I see. Because you know it's gonna break off.
Yeah, and it was all connected weird. And
Right.
Why is there a big hole in that?
they like to put holes in the middle. They like quick. They don't want to walk all the way around.
Oh.
You know, take a shortcut.
It's right by the door hole.
Oh,
You gotta think 3D.
okay. So this has a side
You
entry.
can show. You can pass it around if you want to show everybody the brood, the
Yeah.
pollen. It's a great visual.
So here, we'll take little groups.
Do you go
first.
by the color
So you
of the
see the
wax?
stuff
Or
dripping
is that
out is
really
nectar.
not-
The
That's
wax
the
tells
cap honey.
yeah, the color of the
cap
wax
honey
tells
at
you
the
the
top
age
has a
of the
different
comb.
texture than
I
the
don't
cap
keep
bird.
any combs in my hive for more than a
That
year.
is, oh, look, we got a wax moth larva.
Ah.
Last question.
Show it around.
So, this is
Wax
tricky.
moth.
Wax moth larvae are usually